Hello, friends. It's Trev here, and I am so excited to stream this game. Been waiting for this game for years. It's called Dreams, and it's only on the PlayStation 4. It's a Sony exclusive, and it's made by the people that made Little Big Planet. So, if you're familiar with Little Big Planet, it's essentially much more like a game creation engine that you can create games, and you can just play user-generated content if you just like to play, or if you like to create stuff, you can create them. And the depth of the creation is absolutely incredible. It's the greatest tool to date, I think, as far as being able to do something on a console. So, what's cool is you see I'm a level 26. I don't really play a whole lot because I spend most of my time creating and animating and making levels. My current passion, design. But let's get to the good stuff. So this is my imp here. It's basically like your mouse controller, and I'm using my DualShock to control it by just moving it. And let's just hop into something real quick. How about, let's just pick something random. These are all the things I've created. So here's a map I created a while ago when I was first learning how to play. And this is just a character that I kind of stole from somebody online, which is, you're allowed to do that, it's cool. I'll show you that. So that's just a level I created. Let's get out of here. I don't want to get too stuck on this right away. So, kind of your options in this game are dream surfing or dream shaping. Now, dream surfing is playing, watching, listening. So pretty much you're gonna actually play a game, something that somebody created. Dream shaping is when you're creating stuff, or you're maybe taking somebody's creation and remixing it and editing it yourself. And you can also edit with other people. I'll get to that. This is just my profile where we just were. And also what's cool is every week or two they have these community jams where they have a special subject. So this week it's bugs, bugs, bugs. So if you create something related to bugs, 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 you can submit it to this little contest. People vote for it, and then eventually there's a winner. Cool stuff like that. So that's a community jam, which is cool. So it's essentially like a public event that's always changing. It's always a different subject. So let's go to Dream Surfing and play some levels just to show you what's up. So we're going to play this PT level. I know that's really popular. But before that, I'm going to show you Fret Star, which is essentially Guitar Hero. So it was made by... Whoa. This is loud. It's fine though. We're just going to play. So this song, I've played this before. This one's a little too easy. I wanted to play the harder one. But somebody made this from scratch, essentially. They used the game engine to create this. I'm so bad at these kind of games. I'll probably fail. I'm bad. Alright, that's fine. I'm kind of glad we failed. But I've already thumbed that one up, that's why it's already lit up. So that's just one thing. So there's all these different levels that people have created. We're kind of on the top creations. This is made by Media Molecule, that's the developers of the game. So these are, they probably put those right up front there. Here's a Media Molecule arcade. Play those, but I don't know. This looks like German. It's made by Hans Skogen. Let's play it. Oh, so we just kind of... It's a very pretty little... relaxing, kind of showing you the art. So you can kind of sculpt things in this game, and... You know, that's how you make this grass, and that's how they made those trees. Somebody made that just by... You know, essentially painting it. Can't really drive. I don't want to spend too much time in there. It's a little too loud for what I'm doing right now. Let's go to this art gallery. Sure, why not? It's pretty. Can I just skip with the button? No. Cool. They got music to go along with it. Alright, one more painting and then we'll move on. One more. Okay. Little winter landscape. So, that was cool. I've already liked it once. Back out. So all these different things are levels that people have created. I guess I've said that a few times. This is made by Lewis729, updated version 1.08. Let's see, Lewis. This is you? PT demo. So it's first person, same controls, left joystick is control, body, right joystick is vision.
Store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him.
That audio, I want to know how they got the audio in there. I haven't done much audio. Ooh. Okay, restarted. That painting fell. I can't remember if that's supposed to happen, if that happened in the demo or not. Oh yeah. This is impressive.
On a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too.
I might be missing something,
His
but
6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range.
jeez, sad. So it might just be incomplete, and that's all you can do. It's my guess. Or I'm missing something, but whatever. Pretty sweet. We're gonna exit out of that. PT, 2,700 likes. So I'm gonna have to show these two as well. This one, I believe it won. Okay, it's made by Disarm Pro, 3,000 plus likes. I believe this one won an award for the last week's Community Jam, which the theme was robots. So they submitted this to the Community Jam, and people voted for it. I believe this one won. So they made that log. I'm probably not going to do this whole level, but just so you see that somebody just made this character, added all this stuff, made the level, made the map. Look at those planets that they put in there. And this beta has not been out that long. I can't imagine what it'll be like in a year from now if people have had it for months and months. Because what's crazy is you can create levels with other people. You know, maybe they might have potentially had one person design the robot, somebody else design the map, you know, somebody else help design the planets and make the physics work properly. So it's a very cooperative experience if you want to compile with other people. So the last one is we're going to do Prometheus, far as demonstrating stuff that other people created, and then we're going to get into our own creation. I'm going to show you how the creation works, how to create levels, and how to manipulate objects and effects and paint things. And see if I can kick this guy. Oh, you like the kick? What's up, dude? So that's cool. You can run, crouch. Shows the ammo on the gun right there. Cool. Give that one a like. Very cool. And that's just an early concept, you know. I'm sure you can make an entire game. You could make a 30-hour game, 50-hour. You could make a 1,000-hour game in this. Oh, we just leveled up. Check it out. I like to design. Cool. Speaking of that, so that was dream surfing, where we were playing other people's dreams. Let's go into dream shaping, which is creating our own stuff. You can also, if you want to do tutorials, this is where you do the tutorials. So different types of tutorials. They are very in-depth. I did go through all of the tutorials. I went through every single one, except for the motion controllers, but that doesn't count. And it took a good 4 or 5 hours to do all the tutorials, at least. Maybe even longer. Not sure. Kind of got lost in it. So we could remix somebody else's creation. Like, for example, we can go in here. We could go to beta highlights. And let's just take this Butcher Queen character. Oh, we can't remix it though. It's too bad. I was hoping we could find something that we can remix. None of these? There we go. So this allows us to either view it, or we can also kind of take it as our own and remix it. So let's do remix instead. So now we're in edit mode, and we're allowed to edit this guy. Before we do that though, let's play it. And by the way, what I just did there is, this is my little imp, my little mouse controller thing. And if I hovered over this guy and I hit R2, that's how you possess him, essentially. Look at this guy. This should have more than 9 likes, I can tell you that much. So what's cool is, because I can remix this, I could pretty much take this guy and edit him and put him in my own level. And let's say I didn't want him to be a peg-legged giant dude. Maybe I wanted him to just be more like a giant orb. I could real easily go to my modes and go to my coat mode, and then go to glow and just make this guy glow. He's probably glowing way too much, but oh yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna edit that. Turn the glow down. Yeah, we gotta go back in there. Coat mode, glow. Let's try that. But anyway, you kind of get the point. So I could remix him, I could sculpt his head differently, you know, we could turn him into something completely different if we really wanted to. As well as I could also load in something else. Let's say I wanted to load in some pre-made, I'm going to pre-made stuff that Media Molecule made. And I could just bring in I don't know, some cube. Place it down. Now if I play, he's got a cube. And I could, easily, it's so easy in this engine to, I could grab this block, copy it, paste it, and instead of just pasting it, I can keep duplicating it. Do something like that. Let's try it out now. Haha. So he doesn't have enough good of a jump. So let's say we wanted to get him up there. Let's see if we can't scope in on this guy. Let's see. Sometimes I have a hard time. I don't quite see. Usually it'll pull up like a different little character menu. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we look at this guy here. It's a basic puppet, but somebody edited him to make it this peg-legged looking dude. And we could change all these things if we wanted to. So let's, for example, make him faster. Let's make him, I don't know, accelerate a little better. More importantly, he only has a 0.3 meter jump height, which is pretty realistic. I mean, not really, but let's give him 2 meter jump height, and also give him a little bit of a double jump. And we can change the gravity. Let's turn the gravity down. Air control, let's turn that up. And so let's give him a shot now. Let's go to play mode. And now if I jump, not only do I jump higher, but I can also double jump. But now, as you see, because I run so much faster, his body is all janky. So whoever made this, they didn't make it to go that fast, so there's a reason why it looks janky. But even that just looks cool. You could take that and do whatever. So we could go back to edit mode. Let's say I like this guy. Let's copy him a few times. Let's make a little guy. Let's make a big guy. And let's go see what happens. Sometimes, usually they're programmed to follow you. So now I've got some followers. Let's see how smart they are. Oh, I can't make it. All right, we're dead. So I mean, all this is me just loading in a few different things and just throwing it down. So you can imagine where you could take this and how much more in depth you could do it. I slapped this together in a couple minutes. So that was just kind of a fun little trial. We're just going to exit. We're not going to save it or anything. Don't save. So thank you, Fisherman Earl, made by Not Serpentine and 3 others, for letting us manipulate you. Ooh, we can manipulate this dragon. So first let's just view it. So that's cool. Tongue hanging out. So let's give it a like. Let's see, let's remix it. So what if we wanted to, let's try to get real crazy here. See this tongue here? Let's see if we can't animate it and make it get all slithery. So we're going to go to animate, and we're going to go to action recorder. And I'm not really familiar with this one very well, but let's do that. Okay, so because I placed this action recorder, you see how this little time bar popped up and this little record button popped up. We just started recording, so let's see if we can't make this slither a little. Oh crap. There we go. Let's stop recording. Now if we hit play, what's gonna happen? Okay, I didn't do it right. Let's delete that. Let's try that again. I think we might have to start right away. So again, we're going to go to animate, action recorder, sort of planet. Okay, then we're going to stop recording. There it goes. Look at it. Oh, yeah. So you can animate things. Not only can you animate objects like this, you can also animate like an actual character. So let's say you wanted somebody to be running, playing tennis or something. Two people playing tennis in the background. You could just record them playing tennis, and then you can put it on a loop. Like this is just on a loop right now, and it'll just have them doing that like NPCs, but you can also do it. So we did that. So now let's also go back to animate. We're gonna make another one, and let's try to do this guy. Whoa. That was me moving my controller around. So let's stop the recording. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna try something else. First, we're gonna pause it. We're gonna add one more animation, just because I've enjoying this. Ah, ah. Play. Look at his eyes go crazy. Okay. So anyway, that was just demonstrating a little animation. We're just gonna not save that either. And again, that was just me grabbing this random person's dragon that they made, Mac17. Thank you. Let's give him a like. I don't know. Okay, it didn't work. Oh, where's Trump? We can possess Trump. Look at him. That's pretty good. Well done. Oh man, think of the mini games you could do with Trump. That's funny. Let's remix this real quick and just maybe do like we're gonna search and we're gonna use another block because these are easy to use. Let's copy and paste it a bunch of times. Make it bigger, why not? Ooh, crap. Didn't want to do that. Okay, and let's go back and search. We're going to add some speed bursts, which are in here. And we'll just give them some speed boosts. And then we'll maybe throw in a few hazards. Go back and search in that same thing. Here's some hazard cubes. Let's make them bigger. Just gonna stamp it, copy and paste it, and just kind of make a random hazard. Let's play it, see what happens. Build a wall, Trump. He's jumping. Turbo. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's really slow. I'm kidding. Don't build the wall. So let's say he went off course. He's like, oh, I want to do this instead of that. Oh, I don't care. Oh. And then he tweets and says, hazard blocks are stupid. Alright, we're going to exit. Don't save. But that was fun. Character human. Oh, we can I comment on this somehow? I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, you can do pop culture stuff. So anyway, let's back out. And, I'm going to show you. Well, here's your little home space. We haven't gone over that yet. So if you're familiar with Little Big Planet and you had your little square box thing that you could edit, this is kind of the same thing. I added a little AI follower. And just for fun, I'll show you how you can edit this. I can go to Home Space Editor. Let's say I wanted to add. Can I search for? Oh, it doesn't allow you to put a whole lot of stuff. Let's add a couple more of these Connies, maybe then. Follow me! Whoa. Just lighten up. So, anyway, that's the home space. Let's go to my dream shaping, and let's go to my creations. These are the things that I've created. So, this is my most recent level here that I'm working on, but there's plenty of stuff that I've been working on. Here's my snowboarder guy that I've been making, which you'll see right here. Snowboard Trickster 4.2. Now we can play it, remix it, or edit it. If I edit it, I'm just going to edit this current version that I have saved. Remix, I would essentially start a new copy of this level. Play it, I would just play it. We're going to do a remix, that way I can edit it and show you some stuff without actually saving it, so I can screw things up and not have to worry about fixing it. So this is the level that I have been working on. Here's my cool alien snowboarder dude. And I'll just zoom out. You can see the kind of the scale. You can't even really see because I'm so far, but we're just going to play to show you what's going on first. So I'm not finished with this yet. Right now there'd be a little tutorial popping up teaching you that if you hit X you jump, if you double tap X you can double jump. Left joystick controls your character, right joystick controls your view. So that's one thing I'm going to add here shortly, eventually. So this will just say, grind on objects to go faster. Maybe I have one more grind right here. But then we get into this little spot just to slow us down a little bit so we don't fly through the starting line. So here's where it really starts. So it's essentially a race. I'm going to kind of take it a little more nonchalant. So I could either go right or left in the beginning here. Could have gone left. Let's go right. Hit the grinds. Hitting jumps. And as you can see, when you hit the turbo, when you hit the grinds, when you hit the jumps, your guy goes faster. And that's really the whole point of this race. That's the whole trick, is hitting as many grinds and jumps and turbos as you can to therefore get the fastest time. So in situations like this, you don't really want to be landing much. You want to just try to be constantly hitting turbo boost. I'm not doing very well. It's kind of just random. Ah, crap. Can do some 360s as well. Oh, that's a. And here comes the final grind. This is where it gets really crazy. Hitting the grinds. Oh, double jump. Oh, we crashed. Oh, that one launched us. It's not really meant to happen, but sometimes you get lucky. Oh man, I'm cruising. Look at my board go crazy. And here's the finish line. Boom. Might have been a personal record. 1:18:67. And I'm not finished again still, but eventually you can get to something like this where it'll trigger an ending, so I can go through this janky little door here that's clearly I need to fix, but I'm still work in progress. Go through here, the level ends because I went through that. And there you go. I've been working on this for, I don't know, I'd say a week, and I'm hoping to get this published within the next day or two. So look for it on Dreams if you're in the beta. So we're going to do a little editing. We're going to go to Remix. And if you look down here, we're at 73% gameplay. We're at 28% graphics, 5% audio. Kind of stinks right now because I'm already at 73%, and I've noticed that once I hit 80%, there's a glitch that it pretty much breaks my level. So really, I only have 7% to work with now. So I need the rest of the stuff I have to do. I need to make sure not to use too many objects. I have plenty of space with audio and graphics, but that's essentially what your thermometer is. I'm going to turn that on right now. Actually, if you go to your show hide, you can turn on the thermometer. I wish it was just on by default. It's kind of annoying that I always have to turn it on every time, but whatever. You can also turn on other things like zones. Some things are on by default, some things are off. So here's my level. And again, I'm using my DualShock to control all this. Right joystick looks around, left joystick is moving me back and forth. I can hold L1 and I can go up and down if I hold L1. And then if I hold R1, you kind of lock on to whatever you're looking at. And then that's how you can quickly zoom in and out, rotate. So like if I wanted to move down real fast, I could just go like this and zoom in with R1. A lot of different controls. There's a lot of different things you need to learn if you really want to start creating. Even the simple stuff, it's pretty overwhelming if you don't know, if you haven't gone through the tutorials or at least watched a good amount of gameplay. So let's go and scope in on this guy. This is our basic puppet. I should name him, I'm not sure. We'll do an homage to my friend Seraphim. Just call him Seraphim for now. And I've tweaked all these things several times trying to get it perfect to how this level works. Got a double jump a little bit smaller than the regular jump. I got 165% gravity, total air control, sliding and angle, I kept those the same. Run speed, walk speed. And you can edit all this stuff, lower body. So I could do, change how the lower body works and animates. You got the upper body. So you can change how when they're walking, how they walk. This is how you assign all the different body parts. You see how they light up. So this is really how you get really detailed and how you really can animate characters, is you can assign each individual body part to these little tags here. So let's say you wanted to create your whole entire new character, you could make a block and assign it to the torso, and then another block and make it the head and make the arms. So that's, you can start from scratch, or you can use pre-made puppets. That's what they're called. Here's behavior and how they when they're if they're not controlling you. If you're not controlling them, it'll have you follow. I could turn it off. Let's say I don't want you to follow. I could just turn it off. It didn't seem to be working, but so you can change those things. And then we've got physical properties, so things like collision shape. So see, it highlights pretty much where if the actual physical collision, not like the look of your guy. And these things, you can tag certain things and get really in depth with how certain objects interact with other objects. So there's the Seraphim puppet. So go here. So let's go more to the center of the map. It's kind of hard to get through this big giant object. And zoom out so you can see the crazy pattern I have. And I'll show you how I copy and pasted it. Show. Anyway, that's my level. Let's play it play it again here. And you know, you could go off course, but there's really nothing out here. Eventually you just fall off the edge. We'll get there. Might as well, since I already went all the way here. So there's the edge. But because it's wide enough out... Oh crap. You can't notice it from here. And just for demonstration purposes, see how all these things, you can actually see they're different 3 chunks. 1, 2, 3, you know. The way I did that, it's very simple, is I zoom out and I can just click on all 3 of these with X. And then I can hold L1 and hit R2. And we just copy and paste it almost. But instead of letting go of R2, I can keep pasting. Let's do it 5 more times. Let's go have it kind of higher up. Boom. And look, I just copy and pasted like an entire, like, you know, 5, 10, 20 football fields. Just huge. I can't even jump up there, it's so big. But, you know, we don't want that, so we're just going to hit left on the D-pad and undo. Happy mistakes. Just cruising down. Oh shit, there are, Justin, my bad. Shit. I was looking for my chat, and I didn't realize my chat was popping up the whole time. You still there? Yeah, what's your question? My bad. Oh, I can't even go to... Hold on. Just trying to respond to my chat here. Yeah, somebody sending me a message and I didn't realize it. First time using my iPad to use my chat stream, I was looking at the wrong spot. Alright, so here's the starting line again. Taking the left route this time instead of the right. And I'm intending that eventually this will have, you know, multiplayer, so you can race multiple people. And hopefully, once they start adding virtual reality support for the PSVR, we'll be able to play this level in VR. But we'll see how the VR support actually works. But this seems like something you could maybe play in VR, I don't know. Might make you sick from dropping so fast. This. But yeah, this is a live stream, and you know, if you have any questions or want me to check anything out, just let me know, and I'll check it out or explain to you what's happening. So after this, I'll show you how you can edit music and create music and songs. Most of those songs and things you heard in those levels that I played were, you know, custom-made songs by random people. And the ooh, that was a good jump. Finish line. What's the time? What's the time? Ooh, that was a slow one. Slow poke. Good ending. I gotta fix that stupid door. Don't save. So that was my level. Snowboard Trickster 4.2. Hopefully I'll have that done soon. I definitely have to publish it by the time the beta's over. Which, a side note, if you're in the beta, make sure you publish. You don't have to publish publicly, but you want to make sure you publish your creations, because once the beta's over, you're going to lose all of your creations. So all these things that I have here that I've created, if I don't actually upload it to the servers or whatever, it'll be gone forever. At least that's what they said. These are all the things I've created or loaded. Here's a song that I loaded. Somebody else made this, so I didn't have anything to do with it, but Domino and other people, I guess. But we're just gonna view it. Dude, Tantrum, this, I guarantee you that it is. You can do anything. Anything you can imagine, you can do in this. And I'm not even joking you. And when I say that, it's like, I was playing with my buddy, and everything he would think of, every single thing he would think of, he's like, can you do this? Can you do that? What if you, every time it's like, yeah, you could do that, you could do that. All the logic and all the inputs and the outputs and all those things, you can do it all. In fact, let's get into that a little more. Let's get real deep into the editing here. So I'm gonna go back to, let's go back to my snowboarding level, just because I know what's going on here. Let's remix it, just so I don't have to worry about screwing anything up. So here's my snowboarding level. Pretty much most of it I made from scratch. The only things the things I stole were this little turbo boost thing here. I took that from Media Molecule. And the start and finish line I took from Media Molecule. And then this character, it was kind of a pre-made character, but I'll show you. So this, I really made this, but I'll show you what I got it from. So if I go to search, and I go to my elements, or actually I think I just go to Dreamiverse. Her name is Crooked Annie right here. She's one of the more popular characters. Everybody, if you're ever making a level and you want like a character to be running around, I recommend she's a good one to start with. So as you can see, they're pretty much the same size because my character derived from Crooked Annie. You see their legs are almost the same. But if you also see, my character is facing sideways, she's facing forward. And also, if I show you her animation, she runs instead of what my guy does, he's sliding sideways. So, yeah, I kind of stole Crooked Annie. I used her that somebody else made, but then I turned it into this. So that's what's really cool about this game is you can see something really cool. Oh, okay. So let me read these comments that Tantrum is saying. Racing games, Doom Classic, Mario platformer space, old Atari games and 3D worlds. Dude, that's a good one right there. Like, oh man, I always thought like Master Blaster would be crazy to do. Like, but that's great. That's too deep. But yeah. So yeah, like you said, my character looks different, and the reason is because, for example, let's say I wanted to kind of take you through how I got from her to this. And what I'm going to do with her is something you can do with all the objects. It's kind of the same thing I did to make these jumps, sort of. So yeah, you can select some stuff and move it around. I could select this, move it around, undo that. But instead of selecting it, I can actually, it's called scope in. And now we're actually scoped in on Crooked Annie is her name. Let me take a drink here, my throat is parched. Excuse me. So, Crooked Annie, let's turn you into kind of my snowboarder guy. So the first thing we're going to do is make her quite a bit faster, but we're going to turn her acceleration down, because if you think about a snowboarder, if you're just starting on a snowboard, you're slow to start. So we're turning that acceleration and deceleration So same with when you're trying to slow down, it takes longer to slow down, just like a snowboard. We're going to get her jump height higher, and we're going to get her double jump up to a little bit lower. So now she has a double jump. Initially, she only could jump once. Now we can double jump. Gravity, we're going to, turn that. Let's keep that for how it is. But air control, we're going to give her 100% air control. And if you hover over the thing here, watch, it'll actually show you a little tip. So when you're in the air, you want to be able to move around quickly. And I can hover over anything, and eventually it'll show you this little tip that pops up, which is so helpful. That's just one of those great things. So, great tantrum, that's a great question. Am I using the moves? Right now, no. I do have move controllers, so you can create with the moves instead of the DualShock. The move controllers, I was just, to start off learning the game, it was just too much for me. It didn't feel very natural, and I'm so used to Little Big Planet. But eventually, I know that I'm going to want to use the move controllers because it seems like it's a little easier. Instead of having to point around like this, you can just use both your hands, and it's easier to scale things. But maybe I'll bust out the move controllers here in a second and just show you how they work. But anyway, so we were scoping her. So we're right now we're on just her overall movement, and I'm pretty confident with that stuff. I'm going to turn this down a little. So we're going to go to her lower body movement, and one of these is how I actually. Let's see if I can find it. I want to say it's skatiness. Let's see what this says. Mute. So we're going to turn that to 100. And let's see what happens. Yep. So I've put skating to 100, and now her legs don't move at all. And I accidentally stumbled upon that, and that's actually what originated the snowboarding idea. Is I realized, okay, if I can just ski like this, because at first I was thinking I can do a skiing game, because it looks like she's skiing right now. If I could just add 2 skis, but then I'm like, maybe instead of skiing, I'd rather snowboard. So I wonder if I could turn her torso and make it look like she's snowboarding. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And again, yeah, we're going to try to get that alien, at least getting closer. So, we're on the lower body movement, and most of this stuff is pretty good. So we're going to go to upper body movement. I'm going to turn motion sensor movement down. That just controls, if I move my controller, it controls her head, and sometimes it just looks too janky. She's like just looking down. So this stuff, it mostly applies to when she's walking, so I don't really even care about that stuff. Body structure, remember this is how you control different body parts. Behavior, puppet behavior, that's just when she's following you around. Collision, we don't need to edit that. Okay. So again, yeah, you see my snowboarder dude. He's looking sideways, you know, and he's got a snowboard. Whereas if we control her, she's looking forward still. Her arms aren't flailing out. But by the way, remember we gave her that double jump. So now as we're cruising, make sure this guy follows us. Now we can double jump. Wow, we lost our alien guy. Where'd you go, bud? Oh, we lost him. Let's go back to... Okay. So, back to edit mode. And... Okay, so... And another thing Tantrum's bringing up is the VR support. So right now we don't have VR support in the beta, but there will be VR support for this game. PlayStation Virtual Reality, PSVR. Imagine creating this shit in VR. And I'm sure that's where the Move controllers are going. I'm sure the controls that you do with the Move controllers will probably be the same as when you're wearing the headset. You just wearing the headset and it's first person instead of what I'm seeing right now. I'm so excited for that. That's maybe, besides how amazing this is already, the fact that it'll have VR support is like next level shit right there. I can't even explain how awesome that is. So she's still not looking the right way and her head's not glowing yet. So let's get in here a little bit more. Now what I believe we do, I might have a little, now it gets a little trickier. So if I do stupid stuff, just realize this is a little bit more tricky that I haven't mastered. So really what we're trying to do is get into sculpt mode here. And sometimes it's kind of a pain to, like, I want to sculpt her. No, I'm doing it wrong, but it's like it's probably frustrating to watch because it's like, what the hell is this guy doing? But I know it's in here. I just got to get the right. Okay, so I go to sculpt mode, and then don't want to start a new sculpture. I just wish there was a select. I swear I just have to. Okay, maybe we're in sculpt mode here. Okay, I think we are. So, gosh, this is pathetic right now. Okay, so let's select that. Go to tools. Or maybe I don't even have to do that. See if I can't just rotate it. Oh, there we go. See, now we're getting there. Now we're getting there. Okay, so instead I just need to... Okay, I think we just had a breakthrough. Alright. We're going to sculpt in all the way in. We're going to delete the hat. Delete that. We're going to delete that. Let's keep the hat on. Let's keep the hair. Oh, see, now we're cooking. We're going to rotate the whole... Oh, crap. See if we can't rotate most of the head. Rotate. I know it's not perfect. I get it. But again, we're just demonstrating. Don't expect it to be perfect. Looks like we're going to have to delete that. Oh, we got to get rid of the hair. That's too bad. Oh well. Alright, now she's kind of looking forward. But her torso is actually going to not be... Let's play it real quick. Her torso is... So let's face it this way here. So we still got to rotate her lower torso. Or let's see. No. Yes. No. I don't know. Whoa. Oh, there we go. See, we're close. We're just going to probably... Well, okay, let's edit. And one last thing. We're going to try to add a little snowboard. It's going to be the absolute worst snowboard ever made, but I don't really care. We're just trying to... I don't know why it's showing 2. Let's see if we can't just smear it. There we go. Oh. Check it out. We got our makeshift horrible. I don't know what happened. I don't know why there's two of them, but yeah. So now she's kind of going sideways, sort of. I know it's not perfect, but she's looking sideways. Maybe one last thing we could do is just give her some extra flair. We're just going to give her some flair. Yeah! And then how about this one? Way out there. And let's maybe delete the skirt. Just to, or not a skirt, whatever it is. Oh, look at this! Looks like Riverdance. Oh, let's play this map now with this newly made character. Got the double jump. Got the weird snowboard ski hybrid looking things. Maybe do a 360 to finish it. Oh, couldn't quite. Oh, the turning speed isn't up to do the. So let's have her follow. Come on, jacked up snowboard. Oh, I love it. Sorry, I'm not too good at responding to the comments either. I get so sucked into this. It's crazy. But Great Tantrum said, even if you're not creative, the software would still be good to experience what others had made. Yeah, exactly. Most people do that. I'm kind of the rare, not super rare, but you know, the majority, I would say, especially when the game comes out, and it's not just the hardcore players. It'll be a lot of people that just like to play and experience. You don't have to create a darn thing if you want to enjoy this game. And if you like, I don't want to say if it's like if you have ADD, but it's like if you just like tons of mini games and just a new thing over and over again, you know, you don't have like super long experiences that you have to pay attention to a story. You're kind of into more short little snack races like this, for example, where it's just a two and a half minute race, and then you're on to the next thing. It's good for even, you know, gamers like that. And I know eventually they're gonna have people will make entire games. Like you could recreate Zelda, Ocarina of Time. You could recreate every map, every mission, every enemy. You could do the whole thing in here. The question is, you know, copyright is the question. But if you're not limited by copyright, you could make an entire game like that with an entire progress system and levels and co-op and, you know, upgrades, all that stuff. It's all possible. Just a matter of, whoa, that was a nice jump. Ooh. Oh, we've glitched right through. You see that? So back. We don't want to exit quite yet. Let's go to rewind. So we made her, and just for some goofy fun, because we've been just doing so much creating and stressing, let's just have a little snowboarding party real quick. Let's just everybody have a little, because you know, I picture this as being multiplayer eventually. And imagine just hitting the slopes with your friends. They might not be this creepy. Whoa, it's too laggy with all these. I wonder if I might have overloaded the oh my gosh, look at how slow it is. Okay, hold on. Let's delete a couple of them. Let's look at our thermometer. Oh yeah, our thermometer's jacked up. Okay, let's just do. Okay, we'll make one more of you. One more of you. Can we do that? Is that too much to ask? There we go. Let's go, guys. Hit the slopes, dudes. Shred some gnar. I need to add music to this level. It's way too quiet. Oh, they hit it. Where'd they go? Oh, they jumped over me. Follow me, guys. You can imagine how much more I could do. I could have it where instead of a race, I could have it where I have to like rescue these people, you know, and go grab them and escort them somewhere, and you can't get too far ahead of them because you'll lose them, like I naturally do already. Oh, they're following still. Check it out. They're kind of smart, as stupid as they are. Oh, check it out. This is cool. I haven't really messed with it that much, where I've added a bunch and seen how well they follow. So, Soundbuzz says, beta lasts until Monday, unfortunately, but it had to be... Yeah, I'm so glad they extended it, and not only extended it, but I actually got into the beta finally. You know, I didn't make the first 2 rounds. So I've only had... So you don't save. I've only had, you know, a week and a half or so to do all this stuff. But in that time, I mean, these are all the custom objects I've created. Quite a bit. Speaking of which, so let's go to my roots. This is the very first level I created. Had no idea what I was doing, but you can see I just multiplied a bunch of stuff, duplicated a bunch of these Crooked Annies. Didn't really edit her at all. So this was the very first thing I created. Test 1. And then Chrome Annie, so you could see I got into a little bit more of editing, where, you know, I painted her chrome. So that was step 2. Eventually, I started finding people's music, and I saved it. Oh, this is a map I never actually finished, but it was kind of like the snowboarding level, but I was going to have a water race. Oh, I forgot about this one. But I simulated this water where... That's really cool. You know, and just to show you how I did it, I can select this object here, and if I go into the super edit mode, and Tantrum, by the way, I'm just on a regular PS4. Just change the names and characters, yep. Oh, Milo Santos, sorry, I didn't see that. How long is the beta? Oh, he already answered you. Okay, thanks. Okay, so how did I get this sweet-looking river animation? You wonder. Well, it didn't start like that. Initially, it just looked kind of like that without being blue. But first thing I did was I changed it to blue. Let's make it a purple river now, just so you can see the difference. And then what I went to is effects, and I just added flow. And I could make it flow even more, I could make it flow less. But at first it wasn't flowing the right way. But what's cool is there's another little tool here. It's under... Where is it? It is under what category? It's called Rake or something. Dang it, where the heck is it? Well, I can't find it now for some... Wait, style? There it is. Comb. If I pick comb, I can click and drag it, and now it'll go a different way. So that's how I made it flow down. I could have it flow up. So that's how you can make your own little river. And, you know, I also changed the looseness a bit. You can get waves. Too much when I go in, but you can see how much flexibility you have, and when you make objects like that. Horror, you know, this could be something really scary right now. If this was like black and red or something, everything was dark. I don't know. We're gonna exit out of that. Don't save. Do you know how to make an object move? I tried to make a tank move, but could not work out the logic. Sanbaz asks. I haven't delved into that a whole lot. So I believe what you need to do is essentially make your tank a character, kind of like how when I was if we're on Chrome Annie, for example, and I go into her, she has like these body parts. Where is it? Wait, I'm in the wrong thing. Make a puppet. That's the first thing you gotta do. Because once you make your tank a puppet, then you can like essentially assign. You could pretty much make like the torso of the tank. I don't know. exactly. And I'm kind of not positive. Don't take everything that I'm saying for as it's a gold, but and I'm not sure how you would go about that, to be honest with you. But like what I would do, um, Sonbaz, is load in your tank and then load in. I would just load in or Crooked Annie, and then maybe look at how she's made here. How she's got these weird little. She's got like a camera on her, and she's got maybe more importantly this puppet logic. So that's probably what you need right here. You might have to put a puppet logic onto your tank, and you might be better just taking her logic and putting it to your tank, and then just tweaking her movement. Because I guarantee you could make it where, for example, let's say we wanted to make Crooked Annie a tank. We would maybe make her slow, and maybe we would turn off her jump, so that way you can't jump. And already, you've got a tank. I can't jump right now. We can make it slower, faster. We could change your turning speed. So, probably with the tank, the turning speed would be really low. So we would turn down this turning speed to, let's just go real low. I've never turned it down that low. Oh, that's her actual physical turning speed though. Like if I try to turn here, it's really slow. So yeah, if I were to answer that question, I'd say go to the puppet logic, or if you want to start from scratch, or just load in a different puppet and steal the logic and put it onto your tank. Exit that creation, don't save. So as I go through, here's some grass I kind of just took. I haven't used it yet, but somebody made this grass, and I could, if I wanted to, I could take this grass. If I wanted to make my own level, I could bring it to my level and copy it, paste it, expand it, whatever the heck I wanted to do. Paste it a bunch of times. Oops. And then, so that's just grass that I found. There's probably already, there's probably better grass. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with that grass. Neon Annie. So this is one of my earlier character edits. She doesn't have a double jump yet, but you can see I just took the Crooked Annie and changed colors and I changed the fleck on the things. Yeah, no problem, Solbus. Anytime, buddy. And give me a follow on, if you're in the Dreams beta, give me a follow in the beta and I'll follow you back. Same goes with anybody. If you follow me, I'll follow you back, because right now I'm only following 2 people, I think. Speaking of which, where is that? Okay, so I'm following 2 people. Dream Queen, I'm not sure who that is. Seraphim190, that's my YouTube buddy, and he's got some creations in here. Let's check them out. Seraphim's Bug World. Let's see how long it takes to load. Not long. And by the way, Seraphim190, he's got an awesome YouTube channel, a lot more active than mine. Whoa. What we got going on here? Okay, so it's not inverted. This is creepy. I feel like he added his own voice or something. Uh-oh, we are in orbit. Seraphim, did you use your... Oh, it's a giant bug! Oh, we're losing orbit. It's hard. I'm having a hard time controlling. I think I need to have it inverted to be controlling an airplane. That's my problem. Okay. Whoa. So this is his bug world. What happens if I exit? Oh, it doesn't let me. You gotta teach me how to do that one there, Seraphim. I don't know how to automatically... By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, don't be afraid to click that thumbs up. Not that I'm too worried about it. I don't have any advertisements or anything, but it just makes me feel good, I guess. No pressure. Was that like a spaceship out there? So good job, Seraphim. We're gonna give that a thumbs up. I'm curious to see where it's going. Played by 21 Dreamers. Played 41 times. Nobody liked it though. It's using Zero Creations, remix 0 time. So let's see if I can remix it. No, I can't remix it. Big Forest, let's check that out. Ooh, I can remix that one. And I'm pretty sure he made all this stuff, like he made these trees by hand, from what I remember. Can I play? It doesn't let me play it. Oh, I am playing it. Okay, it's got some like fog effects. Pretty simple, probably just a little concept experiment that he was working on. Tree set. Oh, he's got some tree sets. Okay. So if I wanted to, I could take his... Let's steal it. Let's steal it from Seraphim. Take his tree set. Maybe, let's say I wanted to... I didn't love it. Oh, I can't select them all. I don't really know how to select everything. Ooh, that was crazy. I make it bigger, and then I could, for say, save it as a... It's kind of like a sculpture, I guess. Let's do Seraphims. There, so we're gonna X out of that. Thanks to him. Alright, so wait, I got people following me? Holy shit. Club records. How do I still haven't figured out. There you go. I will follow you. Club records, what you got? Are you watching? How do I go to your creations? Ooh. We got a wall set, monitor. Oh, what's he working on? A little job simulator or something? Clock, shelf, block. I like. Let's check out the wall set. Are you watching? That'd be sweet. Okay, so they got... Oh, okay. Basic wall, middle window wall, doorway wall, large doorway wall. Nice and easy. Let's give that a like. I could steal it, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say I'm stealing it. They're meant to be stolen. Monitor, wait, what did I just see there? Home? Is this their home? Oh, it is. That's funny that you can visit other people's homes. Look at this grass. How did you do that? That's weird. I did a similar... Wait. Yeah, this can't be mine. Okay. Weird. Sure, I'll give that a like too. Oh, I just got XP for doing that. So make sure you guys go and like other people's home space. I want to check out this keyboard. I'm curious about the keyboard. Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how you do it. And I bet they used a grid. Like, for example, let's give that a like. Can I remix that? So let's turn on the grid here. First of all, let's turn on the floor and see if they use the floor. Yeah, not really. So let's create a block. Let's see what kind of... Oh man, I don't even want to try to do that right now. Okay. But you can tell they obviously use some kind of grid because everything is perfect. And it's really easy to do. My guess is the first thing they did was they put those top numbers up, or those top blocks up, and then use that as their grid to line up the rest of the blocks. Because that's what I would do. That's a good starting point. Because you can line it up with those, with these. Very good. Very cool. Good job. If you're watching. Clock. Is it a working clock? Holy shit, it is. Oh, little glitchy. I saw that. What's up, everybody? By the way, whoever's watching, thanks for popping in. This is Dreams Beta. It's made by Media Molecule, the developers of Little Big Planet, Unravel, Tearaway, Little Big Planet 2. I think they produced Little Big Planet 3, but I don't believe they were the actual developers. And yeah, it's like a social media platform, game engine, cooperative game. I can't even explain how. You can't even put a title on this game. And it'll have cooperative support. You'll eventually be able to edit stuff together. So if I were editing this clock right now, for example, and doing whatever I'm doing, I could have somebody else in here editing it as well. We could be creating a level simultaneously together. And also it has VR support, so imagine doing that together in VR. And I'm not 100% sure on all of that, but that's what I've been led to believe. And right now I'm just using the DualShock, but it does allow you to use Move controllers to edit. So instead of one DualShock, I'm actually moving my DualShock around. That's how you point. I'm pointing at my TV. But you could alternatively you can use Move controllers, 2 Move controllers. Which, you know what? Why the hell not? Let's hook up our Move controllers here. Gotta pull them out. And before I actually do that, let's get into a little creation mode. Let's go back to my level, and instead of using the DualShock, I'm gonna turn on my 2 Move controllers. Here we go. It might cut out for a sec. What's up, Cygertron? Here, I followed you 5 seconds ago. LOL. What's up, bro? Appreciate it. If you got videos on your channel, I'll check it out. And I'll sub back if you got a channel. And the same goes with anybody here in here. You know, if you got a channel and you want people to check out your channel, let me know. Just do the same for everybody else. So, I'm using the 2 Move controllers now, and I'm not familiar with these at all. But I know. Okay, so I could grab this with my right hand. If I wanted to resize it, I would just do this. Which we can't resize it because he's like a character. I'm not really sure how I move around. Okay, so like this, I'm holding it. If I want to resize it. Whoa. So I pretty much would need to go through the tutorial to do any of this, but I'm sure it is more intuitive once you learn how to do it. Like if I could bring up my toolbar. Yeah, all the buttons are different. I'm so used to. Okay, so normally I hit square on the DualShock, but if I hold the left trigger on my left hand, that's what brings up the toolbar. So imagine if I were a painter, this would be your paint palette and this would be my brush. So I would kind of come down here, grab whatever I need to grab. Let's say we needed to, I don't know, do a clone, and then I could, I'm guessing, clone it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm getting it. So let's say I wanted to paint something. I could go to modes. I'm going to go to paint mode, and let's pick our color. Let's just pick a basic red. And our brush, let's do, I don't know, a triangle thing. And let's see if I can paint. Oh yeah. Cool. So L trigger, how about let's do a different color. Oops, keep picking the wrong thing. Let's do orange. Let's do a little more. And then, oops, I undid that. I keep undoing on accident, I think. It's because I'm I'm hitting the wrong buttons. So I could paint like that. Let's say we wanted to. Okay, I gotta back out. This is hard to train my brain to like learn these different controls just on the go here. Pretty sure I'm doing the wrong thing. I don't know. Well, you kind of get the idea if I'm using move controllers. I don't want to sit here and frustrate you by trying to figure it out because it's way too much. I had to go through hours and hours of tutorials just to learn the other controllers. So, and what's nice is all I have to do is if you're editing and you're using your DualShock and your moves, what's nice is I can just put my move controllers down, grab my DualShock, and immediately it recognizes that I've got my DualShock now, and now I can edit how I'm more used to, and I can actually know what the heck I'm doing and not look like a complete idiot. You know, I can do everything 10 times faster. Oops. Yeah, so that's that. So what else? Exit creation. Don't save. So I'm getting kind of the point where I've kind of showed you everything I wanted to. You know what? No, I haven't. That's what I'm forgetting. Okay. So we're going to go to dream shaping, and we're going to go to browse. Wait, okay. Dream surfing. Let's go to... We can search more specifically here. I'm going to try to go to... Where the heck is the music? Dreamers... Okay, screw that. Okay. Sorry. Dream shaping. Browse and create. Let's go to music. So these are pre-made kind of lame songs by Media... Well, I shouldn't say lame. Media Molecule songs. Let's maybe check out... Ooh, Little Planet. Animal Crossing, Sleeping Bags, 2 AM. Ooh, this is pretty. Are we gonna do this? We're gonna... Let's view it first. And you know, while we're viewing, Clev Trev's gotta take a quick break. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Alright. Excuse me, sorry about that little break. How long have I been streaming? I can't even tell. Who cares? So, let me turn off my move controllers. So what to do next? I've showed you a lot of stuff already. Public levels, I've shown you my levels, the different controls. Editing a little bit of stuff, the music, how the community jam works. I haven't shown you the tutorials, but that would take a long time. So I've kind of gone through what I wanted to go through as far as explaining to you what Dreams is, going through all the different, what the heck? Oh. Different levels that people have created, how you're able to play other people's levels, some people's things you're able to edit yourself. This is one of my favorites. I need to get a hold of this person and help them. So if you're a fan of Zelda, oh, this has already improved a ton. Wow. What did that say? Environment. Look at this little Zelda guy. But if you're a fan of Zelda, Kokiri Forest, isn't this amazing? Somebody made this! Give me a break. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. So I'm getting off track again. Can I give that a like? I don't know. Wish I could edit that one and just have it as my own. So I've gone over that. I've gone over all the stuff you can create, remix, things you can, pieces that you can load in. Here's all the tutorials. You know, it starts you at basic things. Eventually it gets you into logic, gameplay, animation, audio, art. So because I've showed you all that stuff, and I still want to keep playing because the night is young, I'm going to continue to work on my snowboard level, and I'll explain to you what I'm doing along the way. So it's 4.2, and I like that we have a 4.2 version, so we're actually going to start a new version. So instead of editing 4.2, I'm going to remix. And before I get too far, I'm just going to actually rename it right now. I forget exactly. I think I have to quick save. Yep. So, and it's kind of it's a story scene. And we're going to call it 5.0. We're not going to do remix. We're just going to do Snowboard Trickster 5.0. Starting new file. If stuff goes wonky here, I can always just go back to that 4.2 load. Because it is beta and I've had things happen where it essentially broke my level and I was kind of screwed, so I've been trying to get in the habit of doing saves temporarily, separate save files, just in case I break it. Which is a lot has to do with hitting that 80% threshold for the thermometer. It seems like when I hit 80%, it breaks my level, and a lot of important objects stop working. But we'll get into that. So we're gonna play this one time before we get into the editing. This is what we're gonna edit. I'm gonna add the tutorial in the beginning. That's one thing I need to add. That was a bad start. And I'm sure when I publish this level, I'll make it available to remix. So I'd love to see somebody else take these pieces and make their own race, because it's really kind of a template to create your own race. There's only like 4 or 5 different pieces in total. I just copied and pasted a ton of different jumps and grinds and fine-tuned it over time until I got this. And I should note that a good friend of mine edited and helped me create a lot of this stuff. Big RV. He came over a couple of these past few nights, and I let him take the controls, and he edited and added. So kind of the right side of the whole beginning run he put in there, and I I fine tuned it and perfected it. And so I did have help. So we're getting to the finish line. So pretty much the main things I need to add are the start tutorial and then also the finish. Like, this isn't how I want the finish. I want it to be a little bit better. I don't want it to just be a big open gap like it is here. I'm going to have it where it forces you to go right here. Just so you don't go past it on it. So you don't go past it on accident. So let's rewind. So, what we're going to add next. Step 1. What I want is when you start the game, you load in, you possess this alien guy. You're going to have a prompt right away that says Snowboarder 2018 or whatever, 19. Or I haven't decided the title yet. We should maybe decide that right now. But so it'll pop up right away, the title. So you'll start moving forward, and eventually it'll say X to jump, double X to double jump, till about there. Maybe once you get to about here, it'll say use grinds and jumps to go faster, something simple like that. Speaking of which, I don't really like how slow it is right here, so we're going to add 1 turbo down here. About there. So hit grinds and jumps to go faster in this zone. Maybe in here it'll say use right joystick to look left and right quicker, something like that. But then after that, you're pretty much on your own. No more tutorials. Because it pretty much explained everything. So let's rewind, get back to the start, and then go back to edit. Okay, so now we're getting into some real deep stuff here. We're going to start adding trigger zones, which are then going to trigger text prompts. The text prompts will pop up probably on the bottom left of the screen. Let's decide that right now. So where would I want a text prompt? If it's on the bottom, it'll have a white background. Or we could do top. We could do it anywhere. There's a lot more space on the top left. Let's do top left. Okay, so step 1. Oops, edit mode. And luckily we can create a trigger zone with a trigger and just copy and paste it, and all we'll have to do is change the text every time once we have the proper setup. So I'll show you here. So the first thing we want is a trigger zone. What's a trigger zone? Well, if we go to sensors and input as opposed to movers and output. So there's always an input and an output when we're doing something like this. Input. I shared my first creation with you. If you want to check it out, feel free to do so. Cybertron 280. I absolutely will, for sure. I'll try to get to that in a little bit here. So we're into trigger zone. So that's what we're going to make. There's all these other triggers we could do. For example, if we did an impact sensor, that would be more if you run into an object or if you grind an object. that's going to be an impact sensor. Whereas this trigger zone, we're going to make it like a big giant square, and as long as you're in that zone, that square, that's going to trigger it. So there's different types of triggers, tons. There's a grab one, so there'd be a grab button. If you grabbed something, it would trigger whatever you want it to trigger, whether it could be lighting up, it could explode, you could shoot. But right now we're trying to do a trigger zone that's going to trigger a text to pop up. Just some instructions, a little tutorial to pop up for the player. And let's just put it right above this guy just to make it easy to find. Sometimes it's hard to find these little triggers. Okay, so we got a trigger zone, but if we look at it closely, it's only detecting this little tiny circle. Whereas we needed to detect like this whole area that I'm circling right now. How do we do that? Easy. That's how you do it. There, we did it. Just kidding. Okay. So, we're going to zoom in on this object with L1 and square. And right now, it's just detecting the possessed controller sensor, so us, as we're controlling the snowboarder. Number, only 1. So you could have this take 2 people, or let's say you're making a 4-player game, you could have it take 4 people to trigger it, and then it'll maybe open a door, something like that. So this is under that menu, but if we go to this, we can change the zone shape, because right now it's in the move menu, right? I don't know. No. Because now you see we got a square. So we need to make that square much bigger. So first let's just zoom out. And let's start checking these. We got X, Y, and Z. Okay, so this one looks good. Whoa. Thinking about, why is it doing that? Okay. You know, let's actually dial it back. A little bit. Okay, sorry. So in size, this is like that. Okay. Let's make that pretty big. Well, it doesn't really have to be. Yeah, it has to go down. Okay, so let's make that pretty big, just in case. And then we also got to make the width fairly large. Let's see how big we're getting here. Okay, pretty. Let's make that bigger this way. Oh shit! And by the way, you can fine tune this easily with up and down on the D-pad. It just does 0.1. But let's go. We think we want X. No, actually not too much, because what I'm realizing is we don't really want this above him because it triggers way back here. So we're gonna actually move the trigger zone up. Move. There we go. Let's see if he's still in the zone. Yep, see how he's just barely in the zone now? That's good. And it goes up to about there. I kind of want to make it just a little bigger, because we don't need too many of them. That was the X. Okay. I guess we'll be able to adjust it later. Let's not worry too much about that right now. So, so we got the trigger zone set up pretty good. I'm confident. Oh wait, it's not wide enough. Hold on. wider. Is that the wrong one? That was. Yep. Yeah. Not too wide, but that wide. Okay. A little bigger. So we're in the trigger right now, but nothing's happening because we don't have any output on that trigger. Crap. Make sure I don't lose it. So there's a trigger zone, but no output. So we're going to go to gadgets, close this because we're still on inputs, and then we're going to go to movers and output. And then let's go to, what was I doing? Crap. Mind fart. Text prompt. God. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's over here. So we're going to do text displayer. Player. That sounds like a rap song. Text displayer. Alright. So we're going to just pop that anywhere. We're just going to get it real close to that just to keep them together. And I'm still new to some of this. There's probably a more efficient way to do what I'm doing, but this will work for now. So our text displayer, and look at when I click on it, this little thing popped up. So now is our time. We still haven't decided on the title. If anybody's watching and you got a title idea for this level I'm making, I wanted to include, okay, I'm just going to do a little working title. We're going to do cool, because, okay, I love cool borders. I love 1080. Cool 1080. Tony Hawk. And I kind of want to have, like, Snowboard in there. Cool 1080 Hawk. Working title. So that's going to pop up. Let's just make sure it's working. So I'm going to take my trigger zone here that I created, which is this big square. I'm going to take the output, the detected, and I'm going to hook it up to start text. And we're going to play and see what happens. Boom. Now if I exit, this is my imp here. If I exit with my imp, it goes away, but once I get back in my puppet, it pops up. And you'll notice once we go a little bit up here, out of the zone, it disappears. So it's working. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. A lot of times I will make a gadget like this and it won't work, and I'll be like, what the hell did I do wrong? But it worked, so that's good. It's good news. And also, I'm live streaming right now. I learned today that they lifted the non-disclosure agreement on Dreams, the Dreams creator beta. Best news I've heard in a long time. So whoever's watching, like, I'm really happy that you're watching, and I'm so excited. You know, I don't stream a whole lot, but this is one of those few games that I'm excited to stream, and you know, I'll be doing a lot of streaming on this game when it comes out, when I'm creating stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to cooperatively create stuff with other people, and we can stream together and just have fun discussions. And as we're creating, you know, taking advice from the viewers, you know, if people are watching and have ideas to contribute, can easily contribute, and we can take those ideas and add them to our creations. So anyway, so we're gonna go back into our text displayer, and this right here, kind of lame. I don't like how it's a bubble and it's just default. So we're gonna make this way more badass. First thing is first, let's do, I personally don't like the border thing, so if I go up here to border properties and I just show border and I turn it off, it's gone. Same thing with this text box, gone. We just want, all we're going to be working with is this here. And we're going to start off with a real bright, I'm thinking like a bright green. It's going to be a darker. Let's see, we were going to go on the bottom. Maybe we can't do too bright. Alright. Let's do that for now. Maybe a little bit of brightness. Full opacity. But now check this out, we can change the fonts. And again, this is a working title. This first part, Cool 1080 Hawk Snowboarder, it's a stupid title, it's going to change, but the same font and same size, we're going to copy and paste down our hill when we're given the tutorial. So we're mostly looking for the right text and the right size and the right color placement so that I can just copy and paste this and we can get our tutorial going, teaching people how to jump and move and double jump. So let's find a good font. I also feel like I want to make this bigger. There we go. Oh, it's so easy. Look at what I can just grab stuff and move it, and so I'm pretty sure. Was it bottom left or was it top left that we wanted? I think it was top actually. Okay, so that's that. I like getting it bright. Let's go. Cool 1080 Hawk Snowboarder. That's such a dumb title, but I mean, open suggestions. Like I said, if you got a cooler name for this, but it's got to have 1080 in it. It's got to have cool, I think, or border maybe, or I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but and I really like Snowboarding Kids too. That was one of my favorite snowboarding games. All right, back. Let's check our thermometer here, by the way. What are we at? 73. God. What sucks is once I hit 80%, so if I go to guides, if I go to show thermometer, whatever reason in the beta, when I hit 80% gameplay, the whole game, my whole level glitches out. So I only have 7% to work with. So we need everything we make from here on out has to be kind of slim. Not that I can't edit some stuff, like for example I can, like right now let's just delete like one or two things. So a lot of these grinds here, I made too many of them. I can't even find one. Whatever. I'll go do that later if I have to. Even this jump. Let's do it right now. Okay, so we're going to delete that. We're going to scope in. Delete that. We're going to turn our grid on. Then we're going to duplicate this puppy. Oop, not duplicate it, enlarge it, I mean. I'm doing this because these speed boosts hog up a lot of my gameplay memory. So I'm hoping by doing this I'll save. It's going to be very minuscule because all I'm really doing is deleting 2 of them, but whatever. Now, do I even need to jump? 2 jumps there. Okay, so let's delete this. Well, let's make sure it works. Cool 1080 Hawk Snowboarder. Amped. Whoa. Damn. So whatever, it works good enough. I just gotta, it's a little more powerful than I expected, so we're just gonna And you see how it's a little too low down. I'm going to edit it just a little bit and bring it up. Oh, still doing it. There we go. So we can copy, paste this thing. Further back. Let's check it out. Oh, nice. Should probably only have one of those. And since it's making me launch so high, I'm just gonna bring it down a little. That way I can maybe paste that other one back in. Let's see. Alright, so you start the game, you got one jump, it's got an arrow. Hit the jump. Nice. Probably don't need another jump. Hit these grinds. Hit that final grind. Get through here. Oh, you get stuck, which is what I want. Because again, you can't be going too fast, otherwise you fly right through this starting line. Grind. Oh, see, we're already losing time. Can't be making those mistakes if you want to get on the leaderboard. And in hindsight, I could have, all these jumps that I'm using, I'm wasting so much of my memory with all 4 turbos. You know, I could make all these jumps, I could just put 1 turbo on them, and it'd probably be like a 0.5% per jump that I would save. So this whole sequence right there where you're hitting all those jumps, I could probably lose a good 4, 5, 6% just making these jumps more efficient, not duplicating so many turbos. So when you guys are editing and making your own creations, try to minimize those kind of things. Because I learned by the time I made these rails here that we're hitting right now, these barely take any memory because all they are is a block. They're just one single block, and all they have is like a push trigger or a push output with a touch sensor trigger. So there's no turbos needed. There's no extra pieces. It's just one giant. They're just one giant long rectangle. So you can really get crafty in the way that you create objects to save space. You know, because again, I'm at freaking 71% gameplay. But if you remember earlier, I think I was at 73% before I deleted that jump and stuff right in the beginning. And I'm kind of happy just with... Oops, crap. I don't know what I just did. Yeah, didn't want to do that. I just moved the whole level. So, cool 1080 snowboarder. I should move this jump down a little bit. Should I? Let's see if let's try to get max air on this bitch and see if it doesn't go too far. That's fine. That's actually pretty good right there. Alright. I almost think I need to bring our dude back. Yep, let's do it. So, I want a little bit more time in between hitting that first jump And because we still have a decent amount of room on that trigger zone, we're just gonna back our guy up here. Not too far. I kind of want him on a mountain. Maybe this little mountain. Is there another one more center? Yeah. I just wish it was more in the middle. Oops. So let's go over here a bit. Dang it. Not always the friendliest controls while I'm learning. I don't think that's saved. Or did it? No. Oh, there it is. See, now it worked. But you see how we're out of the text prompt? It doesn't pop up yet. But I bet once we get a little bit closer, oh, there it comes! So we're gonna go up here. And right here it'll say X to jump, double X to double jump. And then up here it'll say right joystick to move faster or something. Let's think about this. I like how it starts, like you're kind of far back off to the side. But once you get a little closer, it triggers the first coup border. Okay, so I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. Loving it. Let's go back to our text prompt here and let's make it cooler. So, and let's change the title. Nobody has any ideas? Disappointed. Alright. 1080 snowboarding coup borders. 1080 coup border. Cool snowboarder. Snowboard ing. Yeah, that's getting better. Let's add a little thing here. And then let's make this bigger. Higher up. Bigger. I don't know if I love the color. Let's try to get something a little more like sticking out a little bit better. So we wouldn't want this or this. We want more. Kind of like the neon concept. Alright, purple's gonna work, I guess. So do we want it to glow more? Wait, is this glow? No. Let's see if 100% is too much. 1080 cool snowboarding. It's a little too much. It's kind of weird how it doesn't really show it properly. Maybe if I play it. I don't know. Opacity, font. I don't really like that font. Let's find another font. Ooh, I like that one. You know, let's just stick with that one for now. So we got rid of this. Could put this one back on maybe. Made it like a neon or something. Like a neon. Let's see. Ooh, that blue one's cool. Let's do that neon blue. Give that some brightness. Ooh, we can change this stuff. Get that down. Get that way down. Can I make it smaller? Let's get the shadow up. Okay. Let's try it now. I'm loving it. A lot of this stuff I'm honestly discovering for the first time. Like I've never really edited that border that in depth. Okay. Wow, we're almost there. So we're gonna rewind, go back to edit, and I'm almost confident in this little text trigger here that we can start duplicating it and adding more tutorial prompts. It'll, the first one, 1080 cool snowboarding, working title. Second prompt, X to jump, double X, press X, 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 double jump. I don't know, something like that. But yeah. Third prompt, da da da. So do I want to change anything? Let's just jump in here and see if there's anything else we really want to. Vertical alignment, we could. None of that. Settings and scene, sort of, I don't know, speed. Let's play it one more time, make sure we like it, and then we'll start copying and pasting it. Maybe a little too big. Oh. And sometimes I'm just going too quick for my own good. Probably makes you dizzy if you're watching. Okay, so let's go back to you. Can I just make it a little smaller? Can I move it? Whatever. Let's try it. Now it's not like blocking our character, But I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm actually not super satisfied with the size of this trigger zone. I'm gonna make it a little bigger on all aspects. We're gonna make it. Let's do 10% longer, 20%. We don't need it taller, and then we'll do. Let's do 25% wider. Now let's try it out. Why can't I rewind? .1080 cool snowboarding. I think it popped up a little earlier. Is that long enough? I don't know. Make it a little bigger. Oh, it's right here. Maybe I didn't make it bigger as I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's try it again. So it pops up once you pop in. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess, a little better. Press X to jump, double X to double jump. Yep. Alright, I think we're rolling with that. It's sleek, out of the way, kind of sexy. Just kidding. Alright, so edit mode. What's our percentage at? 71. So we got 9% to work with. Media molecule, if you're watching, once I hit 80% on gameplay, everything glitches out on me. Specifically, like a start and a finish, or especially trying to add objects. None of them will work if they're like sophisticated objects. Okay, so we got our text displayer with our trigger zone. We're going to make sure they're grouped. They're not yet, so I click X on that, click X on that, and I group them. And then now I can click on this and duplicate it. And we're gonna slowly but surely, shoot, okay, we're gonna undo that for now. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I know I could do that better, but I'm still a noob at this, so we're gonna click on that. Now we're gonna duplicate it, O1 and then R2. Let's see how much quicker it is to do that. I'm gonna go down. We're gonna check this trigger zone. Ooh, that's... move this up. We're gonna move this up about, I don't know, 10 meters. Let's just see what happens. Snowboarding kids. So hopefully this one fades out, and right as that happens, the next one pops in. Yep. We could even afford to bring it back just a little bit. Well, I don't know. That was actually pretty good. Let's try it. Well, let's name it first. So we don't want it to say 1080 cool snowboarding again. We already said that. What we want it to say is... okay, come on. We want it to say... press... or should we do like a jump? I don't know how to really do this clearly. Press X to jump. I don't know. Let's just do this for now, just because I've already started it. Double jump. There's got to be a better way. Oops. Can I add more spaces here, hopefully? Hell yeah. Okay, and we can align this to this, maybe? Ooh. Now we're cooking. I don't love it, but it gets the point across so far. Wait, what? It says, one of the things that bugs me a little bit about Dreams is the loose body effect it has. I've seen tighter, more realistic sculpts with sharp edges, but I believe they take up more thermometers. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you got to make sacrifices somewhere. When you're able to copy and paste like a giant thing 100 times, you can't have it super detailed. But I know what you're saying. But you can make it work. Like it's too early to like say that, you know. At least hopefully, I'm optimistic over here. But I know like when you see things, the textures aren't like great. But to me, it's more of like a painting, like a watercolor painting, where it's not so meant. It's not like they're going for a super realistic. They're just going for like. It's almost like you're dreaming. It reminds me of in my dreams where things are a little bit vague. You know, you don't have things super detailed, but I'm sure things will change. They'll have like, if they can add more like covers. Can you loosen sculpts up then mask with painting or use font editor? Can you loosen sculpts up then mask with painting or use font editor? Not sure what you mean by that. Okay, let's go back to rewind, edit. Okay, I wasn't really paying attention that first time. 1080 cool snowboarding. jump X, double jump XX. So let's... Still don't like how small that zone is. We're gonna... The first one's fine, but I can still make this zone bigger. Let's go another 10%. So we're at 76, go to 80. It's 20%. No, that's only 5% really. Okay, let's try. I get so meticulous sometimes. Sometimes I can't rewind it. It's kind of annoying. Hide the loose sculpt with a detailed painted surface over the top. The thing is, if you look at my thermometer here, it says I'm at 71%. Individual things include logic, connectors, animation, and so on. Literally anything. Wires, sculptures, paintings, sound. So if you're talking about trying to save me some space, it looks like paintings are still going to take up space. Alright, so let's... But hopefully that's just a... I'm sure it's just a bug. You know, there's no reason why when I hit 80% it glitches everything out and I can still add things and save, but they just don't work anymore. They just stop working. Okay, so I'm pretty confident here. We're doing one more time. Sorry, it's like when I'm doing a painting or something, I have to like observe, critique. I don't know. I still feel like that's too small. This last time I'm making it any bigger. Just a little bigger. Another 10%. Going to 90. I'm gonna go you to... Oh, you don't have to go up. $1080 cool snowboarding. Hello to everybody who's watching. Feel free to let me know what you think if you want me to show you something. Happily just kind of showing as much stuff as I can right now. You know, the beta doesn't last much longer, so I'm trying to just cover as much stuff as I can. Right now I've already showed a lot of stuff, and I'm just editing a level I'm working on now. This is my little level that I'm making. But we're not going to go back to start that just yet. Okay, so we got the first prompt I'm liking. We got the second prompt I'm liking, which is right here, but we're going to back out. So we're just going to do another copy and paste. Before I do that, let's decide on where I want it. Okay, it goes until there. And because I already grouped these two objects, all I have to do is just copy this once and paste it. And we're going to bring it down. Let's go a little bit further, because I think this will be my last prompt. Last one that we actually need. And we're just going to change this one to... let's see. Right joystick to move. Is there anything else I really need? No, hit grinds and jumps. For extra speed. I don't know, I'm just kind of making the stuff as I go. Hit grinds and jumps for extra speed. I don't know. I It's kind of weird looking. Let's try to do something better. See if we can't make this better. Ooh, that might be better. Oh. But we're gonna edit it a little bit. Jumps. We need some more space here. Whatever, let's give it a try. 1080 cool snowboard. I also need to add some music. It's way too quiet, but I'm kind of just gonna do that last. And I also need to add snow. There's some snow effects that I've found on that I'll be able to just grab somebody else. It grinds and jumps for extra speed. Okay, I gotta be paying attention. I should almost change the colors a little bit. Like, let's change this to that. And let's change the second one to something else too. Boom. Now let's try it. I know so many times I rewind, play. Probably hard to watch. Okay, so wait, what? Mind showing off how different fonts are available for text options? Just a quick run through is fine. Yep, for sure. Oh, you must have missed it earlier. So let's run through here real quick. Jump X, double jump XX. Hit grinds and jumps for extra speed. Isn't this sweet? It all works out exactly to plan. Once you know how to do these things, you can just do it all. And I still have barely even scratched the surface, as they say. So my friend, wait, what? Asked me to show me the different font types. Super easy. Look, we're already there. So let's move this out of the way. Let's get you out of here. So different fonts. All I got to do is go. I'm on the text displayer here, and I'm already right here on it. Let's start at the very left, just to go through them all. Maybe we'll find a better one. And I'm just hitting up on the D-pad now to go through the different ones. It doesn't say what their names are, which is kind of sad, but. Ooh, that was cool. Oh crap, what just happened? There. Just want to start speeding up a little bit. But look, you got plenty of options, obviously. I'm going to go through them all, just to go through them all. Almost done. And I actually saw a couple that I might as well just change, like we can change it. It's my game, I can do what I want. But there's one up here that this one I really liked. You can even make it a little bigger now. Check that out. Oh, not too big. So, thanks for bringing that up. Wait, what? So we got 1080 cool snowboarding in purple and blue. Now we got jump X, double jump XX. I like it. It's good enough. Hit grinds and jumps for extra speed. I like it. That's pretty much all we need, right? I don't really love this part. I kind of threw this together kind of quick. We should almost make this a little better. Yeah, let's do it. I've put all this time into making this level. I might as well make this part a little better. And so the reason I have these annoying little things here is because if you go too fast through that starting zone there, it like glitches you through and it just doesn't work properly. And I don't know. Anyway, your game needs to change the colors. Not sure what they mean. So, do I want to edit all that right now? Let's see. So I really only need. I could maybe delete like the giant. Should I delete? Just delete that, that, and that. Put this up, shoe up, so that they're forced to like jump through it. That way you can't really go too fast. Or that could screw the whole thing. Let's see. Alright, so simulation. You're cruising. You hit this last grind. Thanks to that prompt. Not really going that fast. Can I hit it from this angle here? See, you might be able to jump right here. See, that glitch happens right there. That's why I'm trying to fix it. But it's an easy fix. We just gotta figure it out. Oh, what if I made these jumpable too? That way you can't get speed. Yep, we're doing it. You gotta jump through you. Gotta jump through you. You. That guy right there. Just happy little circles. Let's make sure get you a little bigger. Make you a little bigger. Let's give her a try. Do emitters do anything new and interesting, different with Little Big Planet? Oh man, let me show you the emitters. I mean, I don't even know if it's even emitters anymore. Let's just run through this quick. Hit grinds. Let's hope I can't just like jump through here. See, dang it. Oh, I'm killing myself here. I think I know what I gotta do though. I think I can't have them both as jumps. I gotta. Okay, so before I do that, well, actually, let's do that first, and then we'll do that. Before I forget what I'm doing here. So either I gotta make these down or the other ones down. Let's make. Let's make these really low. And outside. Low and outside. Make sure we block that off. I know there's probably something I can easily do to do this better. Just blanking on it. Maybe put something, I don't know, whatever. Probably like a trigger to slow you down. Yeah. That looks cool anyway. So I like the prompts. Okay, that's going to be a lot more difficult. Let's try. I promise I'm going to do this one more time, and then I'll answer your question there. Why not just set up a gate at the start which opens when the countdown finishes? Not sure. Not sure what you mean, my dude, but I'm sure you know what you're talking about. It's hard to... It's like explaining a computer program to somebody in like a sentence. Shit. Alright, we're just gonna worry about that later. Okay, so to answer your question, do emitters do anything new and interesting besides different from Little Big Planet? So if we're talking about emitters, I was just over it right there. Where am I blind? Emitter. It's honestly the first time I've actually used an emitter. Let's get in here real quick. So, speed, rotation speed, ignore parent, time between emits, continuous, local space, emitted object, lifetime once, max emitted, recycle emitted objects, object to emit. Is it going to emit my alien? Oh crap. Okay, I think I just screwed it up. Okay, let's try it again. Whoa. I think it worked. Undo, undo, undo. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna just delete you. Oh crap. Okay, let's try that again. What the hell is this? Okay, let's see if we're okay here. Okay, let's try it again. Edit mode. Emitter. And let's emit something a little more normal this time. Not a freaking character. So can I... Just forgot to load it in first. Okay, so first we're just gonna bring up our tools. We're gonna load in something. So what do we want to load in? Probably none of my stuff. Maybe some of these attractions. Balloon? Let's try balloon. Let's try to emit several objects. Speed. Let's do continuous. Let's try it. So emitted one. Oh! So I'm probably doing something wrong where it's not emitting multiple. Once emitted. So I don't know. That's the emitter for you. If you know this is it, but I mean you can. I'm sure you could link like multiple emitters together. So you could have an emitter shooting out another emitter, which is shooting out another emitter. Okay, so that's a good question. Your snowboard level, if you grouped all your grounded base squares together into one group, would that use less memory? Let's check it out. To answer your question, no. I wish. I wish grouping it, but so let's just do it. We're just going to select ton of objects. First of all, we're at 72% memory. Let's just grab a bunch of shit. So let's say I group it all. We're still at 72%. And it's because if I look at gameplay, and I've showed this a little bit before, By things we mean literally anything: gadgets, wires, sculptures, painting, puppet sounds. So the sheer number of individual objects you have in your scene. The reason, and this isn't going to be, I don't think this will be a common problem for people. It's for me, it's because if you look at, when we look at my level and scale, all of these grinds that I have here, every single grind, every single jump, and in hindsight I would do it a lot differently, but because all of these jumps, every single one has all these turbos on them, and every turbo has all these different little gadgets on each turbo, that's what's hogging up on my memory. So it's pretty much just because I copied and pasted a ton of stuff that I really shouldn't have. Whereas eventually I learned to do better, and once I made these grinds here, these grinds that I made towards the end of the map, once I knew what I was doing more and I was learning, these don't have the turbo boosts on them. All they have is just a pusher effect and a touch trigger and a trigger that affects the glow. So it's like 3 objects instead of like 14 objects. So when I copy and pasted all of these, it took up way less memory. So very good question. You know, I tried that, and that's what my buddy even asked me, like, can you just group stuff together? And, you know, there could be a better way. I might be missing something completely. You know, it's not like I know everything about this game, and because they've had a non-disclosure agreement on it, I could never find answers, really. Double jump, XX. Let's try this out. What happened to all these hit grinds? Let's make these smaller. Crap, I should have done that. Gotta make sure to deselect and then select your new object before you start scaling multiple objects like I'm doing. Let's just pop in here quick. Delete that little ring. Well, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get that right. By the way, let's delete this little emitter here. What the hell is that? Oops, sorry. Distracted. So the prompts aren't perfect. Ooh, 6 likes. Thanks, everybody. Haven't checked in a while. Get lost in this game. That's what I love about it, though. It's like such a non-stressful thing, even though you can kind of create your own stress. So let's see if I can fly through this. I know, I just gotta simplify it. Snowboarding kids. Okay, so I'm getting caught up in unnecessary things right now. I gotta keep making progress. So we got our 3 tutorials. First one, second one just popped up. Third one, hit grinds and jumps for extra speed. That was our final tutorial. So now it's a matter of if I can just figure this out. I should probably just start from scratch, delete all these stupid circles, besides these further ones. And then pretty much the whole middle part from here to the end I'm happy with. I'm not really worried about adding anything else. So let's get down to the end here. We'll finish the race. You know what? First things first. Let's finish the beginning, and then we'll finish the end. Let's do one thing at a time. It takes so long to go down the whole hill. I just kind of waste time. So the whole purpose of these was to slow you down before you hit that starting line. But it obviously has not been effective, so we're going to just try something new. So what do we do? Let's do... I need just an entrance here. Entrance here. No. Here and here. Okay, so why don't I just put... Nope, 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 nope. We're going to go to sculpt mode. And how about this filled donut? No. Sphere? No. How about some cylinders? Kind of makes sense. Let's try it. So first of all, let's make it white. Or do we want it white? Let's do blue for now. Make it bigger. Let's put a guide on here. Oh, we already got one. So I'm not digging the circle thing, nor am I digging the color. Just go to white. My instinct says, and then sphere, cone, donut. Okay, fill donut. There we go. And let's just rotate this that way. Let's put on our lock here. Let's get a perfect thing there. And let's just plop it down. We can edit it from here. Oops. No, no. Dang it. Okay, so let's resize this puppy. This is already seeming much better. Like this might just solve everything right here doing this. Or something like this. Maybe I'll do this, and then I'll do... And then I will do this. Make some smaller ones. There and there. Get in there. What about there? Okay. I went silent there for a minute, but I was focused. That was when I get in my focus mode. So let's hit this jump. Yeah. Got the prompts popping up. Second prompt popping up. Third prompt. Oh, can I jump over this first one? Damn it. Okay. So we just gotta do a little bit of... Do a little bit of that. We're just doing a little copy paste. Copy paste you, copy paste you. Now let's try her out. I don't know how many times I've done this, but trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. 1080 cool snowboarding. Jump X, double jump XX. Nice and easy. Hit grinds for extra speed. Oh, that's a wall. Should probably go this way, obviously. Da da da. Let's get these in a little bit. Get them real lined up. Oh, we can even go a little bit more. Just like that. And now you're stuck. What's this? Ooh, it's our global settings. Gotta remember that. This was just a little too... Rewind, let's go back in. And you know, I could, when you're editing stuff like this, you could easily make, I could start my dude further down so I don't have to start all the way at the top every time. But I guess when I'm like demonstrating stuff, I'm not as efficient. So is that going to be confusing to people coming in? When you see this thing, are you going to know to go around it? Or do I got to add something real quick? Like a sticker or something? Like effects, is there like an arrow effect? Pick up. Let's just assume people know where they're going. You know, now that I think of it, doesn't have to be so big, does it? And also, let's just change the color and see what happens. Let's just do like a little bit darker gray. No, darker. It's gotta get annoying. Apologies. Hitting grinds. Sorry, this is probably not the most interesting thing to watch right now. But we're almost past this beginning part. Let's finish this up so we can get to the ending and do some different stuff. Still don't love it, so we're gonna go to coat. We're gonna let's go to so just a little bit. So you're coming down here. You're like, oh, crap. Okay, go around. Hopefully you're smart enough to do that. Which will bring you to that. Okay. Fine. Let us edit the bottom. Oops. Let's play, rewind, edit. What are we at? 71% still. We've been hanging at 71 for a while. That's good. Those triggers that we made didn't seem to affect much. We got the intro. We got the tutorial. So now what I have to do is, well, finish the ending. And before I do that, I just need to take a quick 2-3 minute break. Use the little boy's room. I'll be right back, friends. Sorry for the temporary break. Duty calls. But I'm back. So, wait, what? At 2:02. Okay, 3 minutes ago. Sorry, I missed that. Can you make a customizable animation for when you link two levels together? I know links can be fast if you have good internet, but something like entering hyperspace for a space shooter. I'm I don't know to answer you, but I'm sure probably. I really haven't figured out the whole linking levels together yet. It was really easy in Little Big Planet. You would just put that little level link together. This level I honestly haven't even, or this game I haven't even. All I've been using is the pre-made level links or level ends. So good question. That's something I'll definitely figure out eventually. But it's so hard to get information on this game because of the non-disclosure agreement that was just recently lifted. So, anyways, so the trick now is, I'm actually gonna save my snowboarder guy here. So what's cool is I selected my snowboarder. I named him Seraphim. Save as new creation, character. Screw it, let's do it. Seraphim. Let's do 1.1. Or no, let's do 2.0 because he's been through a lot. 2.1. Just trying to think in my mind of how to save it properly. Okay. The reason I did that is because we're going to go to the end of the level now because we are pretty satisfied with the beginning. Here's a level ending. Now, in order for me to test it easier, and I don't want to have to go through my whole entire race every time just to get to the end. We're gonna try to just place. I just saved that alien, so I'm gonna just find him in my collection. Yeah, yeah, and yeah. So we throw him down, and if I just hit play now, shit, this was not what I wanted. Can I just delete him? I'm kind of worried to delete him, but it should work, right? Okay, let's just try it. So we're gonna... A little afraid to do that, but we're gonna go to play again. See what the what the hell is that doing all the way? Oh, there we go. Might have worked. Okay, if I go to rewind. Yeah. He's facing the wrong way. It's kind of annoying me already, so let's let's just fix that real quick. God. But being meticulous, that's what makes good levels. I don't know. Holy shit. So we hit that jump, we hit this jump. Nailed it. Boom! That was about as perfect as you can land it. Almost too perfect. So I kind of need to have a finish line that funnels them in right there. So we're gonna actually delete. So I've actually earlier in the game I grouped all these together. So I grouped the finish line and these stupid things. Not stupid, they're cool. So now they're grouped. So in order for me to delete, I want to delete them, but not the finish line. This is when you got to scope in with L1 and X, and now I can select them individually. Delete all of them. Let's even delete this house for now. So we got our finish line. And what we want is a funnel. And I can already picture it. It's kind of what we already did earlier with the starting line. Oops. I'm going to go to sculpt mode. And we're going to use a donut. Donut! Enlarge. Large. Ooh, input request. Let's try to just force them right in the center just to make sure it works. Okay, I finished. It doesn't look too bad. It's not perfect. But what is? Let's turn off the guide real quick just to give us a little free control. Cool. Now can I make it just... Whoa. What the hell? Almost there. Looks about right. Holy shit, that one launches you. Damn. I don't know if I want that. Okay, we're gonna edit this guy here. Easy edit, watch this. It's probably because there's two of them, and they both, like, it's double turbo. So now let's just do a single. I think when I overlap them too much like that, I need to spread them out better. See, that was a lot less. Come to think of it, I wonder how many of those I made. Like right here, it's too much as well. Let's just divide them a little bit. Because the problem, if you didn't realize what I'm saying, is I had them like, so these individually give you a really good boost. When I overlap them like this, and you hit the center of it, you're getting a double boost, and that's not what we want. What we want is just either you're on the left or the right. You don't want to get a double boost. It's too much. Just start that fresh. Alright. Finish. Okay, so just to be a little extra super duper careful, we're going to move it back just a little bit more in case somebody hits a jump perfectly and just goes flying. I'm going to go right about there. Okay, let's try that again. You can also wall grind. Might be better actually. Shit. Shoot. Excuse me. Gotta watch my language. Potty mouth. It's the E for everyone game. So we gotta make it a little more obvious. Oops. Also, we can add some more of these big guys. See how this works. Gotta get real precise here. There we go. Ooh, getting there. There we go. Ooh, that looked pretty good. Let's play it. Looking pretty good. Boom. Let's see why not. Just make this guy super big. Do we do one more? Do we dare? Hell yeah. I could totally do some cool animations with that. Oh, cool. You can see it from the horizon here. Oh, it even kind of looked cool already. Yeah! Gnarly, bro! Boom. 1080. Oh my god, I love it! I love it! I like it, I love it. So what if, oh, that'd be too awesome. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. Could easily do it. This is what I'm envisioning. Just so you can understand what my brain is going through. What if, and I know we could do it, really wouldn't be that hard. I'm just not gonna, oh, okay. So let's say right here, let's say I hit this point right here, somewhere along this line here, down the mountain. All of a sudden that big ring, giant ring starts to glow. Maybe I get a little further down, boom, that second ring, maybe like right here, that second ring starts to glow. And then the third ring, glow, boom, and then all of a sudden the middle ring glows, and then boom, you finish right on the middle ring. There's so many cool things you could do, and that wouldn't even be that hard. I have to do it now. We're doing it. Okay. I already know exactly how we got to do it. It's going to actually be pretty easy. It's going to be pretty easy. So where did we want the first one to start? We wanted the first one to start maybe even further back. When do you like first see it? Hold on, let's just rewind. Holy shit. So it could light up like right... Let's have it light up right here. Oh, it's got to be really huge. Okay, fine. Okay, you know what? 1, 2. Okay. Is this worth the effort? Yeah, okay. Fine. So we want it to start here, which means we gotta have it over here actually. Let's get the middle. Okay, so like right here. Okay, we're gonna add a trigger zone. So we go to our gadgets, we go to sensors and input, we go to trigger zone. We're just gonna put it around here. Then L1 and square. We're gonna switch it to a cube shape. Then we're gonna zoom way out and try to just eyeball this. So width. Well, this would be a lot easier. Boom. Why? Because I've got to. Let's height and depth. Oops. Not sure how high that is, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just make it big. 50. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Gotta make this big now. Oh shit, this will be the tricky one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it a little smaller. Actually bigger, and we can overlap them. Okay, so we're gonna I made this trigger zone just now, and we're gonna actually hook it up to this giant ring up here. At least that's my intent. So let's see how she goes. Oh wait, that's actually really easy. I'm making it seem all impossible. This is all I gotta do. Check this out. I just get over here. I get kind of. Okay, actually I can get behind it. I just get over by this trigger zone. I can click on this giant zone here, and I hit L1 and square, and this brings up all the settings of this that giant thing. And I could turn this glow up, but let's say I want the glow to be triggered by the sensor trigger zone. All I gotta do is just click on detected, click, and we're gonna click on glow. Boom. So now, once I'm in this trigger zone, it'll trigger the glow. Hopefully, if I did it right. Let's try. Let's hope it works. It might not. Oh! Oh, see? See? I wasn't kidding. So now what we can do is we can duplicate this trigger zone. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We'll duplicate that 5 times. Let's make it a little bigger. Let's make it bigger. Way bigger. Why not? Sorry. Rewind. Yep. Closer you get, they'll start lighting up. That should be kind of idiot proof. One more try. One more try. 40, 150, 160, 170. Play. I'm thinking the bigger the better, because it'll just stay lit up longer. Yep. You can see it here, and it just stays lit up. Even once I start lighting these ones up a little closer. Alright. Sorry. Okay. So we're going to go and edit. We're just going to kind of copy and paste this trigger sensor. And we're going to copy it once and paste it 4 times. I'm going to try to space it out evenly. And I also got to kind of go down so let's do like this. Why is it not letting me paste this? L1 and R2. There we go. One. Oh, didn't work. Two. I know, it's terrible. Oh, there we go. Oh. Three. Four. Oh, it's way off. So can I turn this up? Let's do 22. Oops. Put this on to the glow. And hopefully, oh, 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 seemed to work. It shouldn't stay on though. I don't want it. Don't want it to stay on. Go away. Fuck. I might have just tagged the wrong thing. this down maybe. Oops. Yeah, it might make sense to move it down. That makes sense, yeah. Look at that, yep. Let's get it right up on there. Just because it's only halfway there, so it really will be fairly far back. So now that that's further up, we should probably move up like another one. If I could find it. Okay. Let's move this guy up. And also, you're controlling the second ring. So we'll go to this ring here, get into the settings, turn the glow up. The first one was 22, so we're going to go to a little less, 20, 19, 18. And then we're going to put the output to the glow, like that. And we could test it, but let's just believe that we did it right. Let's move this trigger zone over. And we're just doing the same thing. We're on the one to this one. So we're going to trigger that. We're going to put the glow up to, let's see, what were we at? Let's go even less. Then we'll hook up the output to that glow. And then, we got one left, I believe. This one out of place. Sensor, trigger, oops. Oh, I'm probably screwing things up. And this one, it's this giant one, right? Let's just hope we did it right. Let's do 13. We're going to trigger to the glow. And let's do a little rewind. It's probably not going to work, and it'll, oh, so that's lighted up. Oh, okay. Well, they're lighting up. Can't really notice. Oh. Boom. So it worked. It wasn't very obvious, but I think it's because, let's do like a rainbow effect. So we'll keep this as red. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, to make the effect more dramatic, we're gonna change it from this will stay red, but then we'll change this, and we'll just start kind of going through the rainbow. Okay, but it shows white. Why is that? Very odd. Oh, it's red over here. Okay, so let's just... let's just start going through the wheel. Purple. Blue. Green. And then yellow. I hope this works. I have a feeling it will. Oh, it's red. Purple. Oh shit, it's glowing. Hard to miss. Better finish right there. Okay, that looks... I just probably... that was a little too bright? I don't know. Yeah, let's go to 20. Maybe even change. Change some of these effects. Finish! Okay. Let's just reset him. You know, one last thing. Getting close to concluding here, but kind of have an idea here. I'm gonna try to just add one of these guys. Whoa. I don't know why it's not showing up. What the fuck? I should be able to... is. So what I was thinking of doing is, I feel like it'd be cool to have other dudes like skating with you. Whoa. Hopefully it's tracing my progress here. Okay, can we play that and see what happens? Whoa. Okay, that's not what I intended. What's this here? Okay, why didn't I just copy this? Let's try that again. Start them in front. Animation, control. Stop recording. Let's hope that's saved. I don't know. No? Oh, what the f... Dang it. There we go. Let's go, go, go. Let's follow this guy. Cool, man. He's cruising. That's really cool. So if I wanted to, I could have just a bunch of dudes skating with you when you do your race. Initially. Oh man, so cool. But I should probably save this. Let's hope nothing's too messed up. But you know, I think I'll probably be concluding here. It's pretty late. I'm pretty tired. It's been a long stream, but oh, it's been like a meditation session where I can finally let out all these different things and express all this creativity. You know, I think one more thing we need to do is take a sweet screenshot. So let's go here. Gotta go to edit, customize, take a photo. Something like, is that good or, take photo. good, right? Boom. Let's change the font, maybe. What was the one that we had? It wasn't that, but that's a different one. Sweet. Alright, guys. This was fun. The Dreams beta, creator beta, ends February 1st, I believe, so make sure you upload. Oh, wait, one more question. Wait, what? With your experience of the beta, do you think it only has some small flaws that are hopefully easy fixes? Game out in a few weeks, months maybe? Certainly not. Oh, man. The flaws that this have are very minuscule. Easily fixed. And I trust the developers a lot more. They're all artists. They're not owned by some weird parent company. Don't worry. But it's gonna break my heart once the beta's over, because all I'm gonna do is think of what games I can create in Dreams, different things I can do, different things that I'm sure people will create. I've already thought of several things that I want to do eventually, but you know, the snowboarding level was just kind of a good starter for me to learn just basics, and all the tutorials helped, and looking at different people's creations. We'll do one more random one. So, you know, my gamer tag is Spiders, and if you like this game and you want to collaborate and create, hit me up. I'd be happy to, whoa. Oh, we got grape. It's funny. I can't even do this right now. So thanks for watching my stream. I hope you learned some stuff. If you want to, if you have any questions or anything that you'd like to ask me, or things that you'd like to collaborate on, just let me know and we'll just throw it in the comments. This is Clever Trev, over and out.